Hey guys, welcome back to Blender Nights. This is your mentor Abbas Syed, and today we are going to create these two renders in Blender. So let's hop to Blender and see what we have to do. Okay, so first open the Blender. By the way, I'm using Octane, Blender Octane 1. So this is the raw model which I had created, and this is pure ref. So this is the first scene we will be creating this. Okay, so let me model this out. Now how to model this? Well, first drag and drop it over here, something like this, so that we can get the exact dimension. Now press Shift A, mesh, and then take a cylinder, keep it something like this. I'm not making the exact same shape, I'm just trying to replicate. Okay, second press Ctrl A, all transform. Okay, then go to wireframe mode, scale it down a little bit. So again go to wireframe mode, then select and extrude it, scale it to x-axis, then select and extrude it, scale it to x-axis. You don't have to do much, to be honest, cause tube stretchiness is not that high, okay, in this render, so keep it subtle. Now go to wireframe mode and on the press 3 on the numpad and then scale it to y-axis so that it aligns properly. I guess this much is cool. We don't need to do many more things. Okay, now select the face and just scale it to y-axis a bit more and then again extrude it to z-axis. Fine, that's it. Now what next you have to do? You have to select all these vertices in face select mode by pressing Alt and left click and press right click, extrude along normals and just give a slight extrusion to it. Okay, now what we'll do next, we'll give one more loop and drag it to z-axis for giving a nice crease over here. Then the bottom part, select all these things, then E for extrude to z-axis and keep it something settle like this. Okay, and just extrude it again. Okay, now I have a machine tool set on, or hard ops you can say, so I'm using that. Okay, you can do it manually too as well, because I need to save your time. So I'm just, for making thread, I'm just selecting all these faces, right click, machine tool, add thread. That's it, and we got a nice thread. You can play with these settings too as well if you want. I just want 3 is looking fine. Okay, so our mesh is ready for the tube. Now we have to just give a subdivision modifier by pressing 3, right click, shade smooth, add some loop cuts over here to give a nice detail, give some loops over here too as well. Just drag and drop something like this to make it look bit sharp, and then one loop over here. That's it. Now we have to create this cap. So for creating the cap, Shift A, again cylinder, 32 vertices will do because we need so many edges over here. Then the cap size should actually go for wireframe mode to see exact size, and then we'll just extrude it to z-axis and scale the size a little bit. Okay, so we'll take one more texture. Let's just take one more texture. Okay, now select these bottom parts. Wait, let me go and select this, because we would be needing an aluminum texture towards it, and we'll apply this. Okay, and we'll name it aluminium. Okay, and now what next we have to do? We have to just reduce the saturation and increase some white. And now if we'll see, so our textures are ready for this base color. Now we'll again get back to this tube red material. Okay, and we need this to be done white texture. So for that we need a glossy material. Okay, second we need a texture which I had already made it, so I'll be just dragging and dropping it down over here. Okay, now we'll plug this to surface and we'll just plug this image to diffuse texture. Now why I'm doing this, because I want to see either my UV map is placed correctly or not. Okay, so first we'll just place it correctly. Mesh UV projection, put this to projection, put this to 2, and then we'll do a UV editing stuff. Okay, so we'll just select these parts only where we want the UV to get placed. That's it. We don't want these parts, so we'll just press C. Sorry. Uh, wait. U to unwrap. Okay, and then come at this point for UV squares and grid by shape or right. Just press to grid by shape. Now drag and drop the texture. The texture is tube UV, and you can see it's not properly aligned. So first we have to see where the texture is. If we okay, so you just have to mirror it out and place it accordingly. Okay, even you can just scale it but something like this, and I guess yes, now it's looking fine. And then press Ctrl I and just unwrap it out and put it aside. We don't need these stuff. Okay, now you can see these textures. So for that you have to come with this RGB mode and put this to clamp value. That's it, and you are done. Now how to mix these two textures? So first we need to take a mixed texture, mixed material. Okay, this is the texture 1, this is the texture 2, and this would going to be the texture mask. So you can see how easily we had created this. Just need to add some roughness because we don't want too glossy in this. Okay, now this aluminum part, man. Okay, now we are done with this. So we need to add a texture to this cap. So for that we need a universal material. Definitely we'll just make the albedo to bit black. Don't make it Z black, and then add some metallic value towards it. That's it. Your cap material is ready, your product is ready. Now we have to make a render. So first of all we'll just pick this empty and rotate it to 90 degrees. Okay, now keep it something over here. Now we'll open the PureF and see how we had placed this. So go to top mode. First of all take this a plane. Okay, keep it something like this, and then we'll add a camera. So shift A. I guess we have already a camera, so I'm just deleting this default camera. I don't need this. Shift A, camera. Okay, and then we'll do Control Alt and G. Now what next we have to do? We have to increase the focal length, and the frame rate would be 1920 by 1920. Now come to camera properties, viewing, enable this lock. Okay, and keep the camera something like this as in the reference. That's all, we did this. Okay, now untick this, otherwise you'll mess with the camera settings, so make sure to it. Okay, now we need to create these kind of light as I told you for this render. Now the next thing, lighting. As I mentioned, first of all I'll just hide this logo, I hate this. Okay, in the viewport. Second, select this camera icon. Okay, and then camera safe areas, no, we need to come to viewport display and just press on the pass out, that's it. Now for the world environment light, we just need a certain light, so 0.1 would be okay, that's it. This is the box, normal plane, and then I had boolean this, okay, and given the thickness to both, and I'm just copying and pasting it over here. Now I want the light to reflect from, wait, we'll try to play what we can do. Okay, so first move it to Z axis, then press shift A camera and need an octane area light. We'll place it on this. Wait, come to light settings. Okay, you can see this size, make it 10. Lovely, this is exactly what we want. Now make the size to somewhere about 40 or 50 to make it look settled. Okay, now click on the environment right and make it to 0.1. Fine, now everything is looking fine. Second thing, we need to add more lights for this, so we'll press shift A again, light, area light, which should be hitting on this part only, on the tube part. So what we'll do, first of all we'll reduce the height of the light and keep it somewhere around here. Come to this light properties, make this light pass ID to 2, select this plane, come over here and press on 2, that's it. Okay, second, what next you have to do, you have to increase the environment light about 0.4. Okay, then this light is looking way too harsh, we don't need any harsh light, so we'll just reduce the power of this to somewhere about 50 and you are done. So you can see how beautifully we had created this render. And wait, let me just increase the power to somewhere about 800 and decrease the world light to 0.2 or 0.1 will do. Okay, so I'll just add glossy texture rather than using universal. I don't know, I had marked that glossy texture is bit more white and natural than universal, and just make it bit cream. And this is how we had successfully created this render inside Blender. This is the first scene which we had created, and now we are moving on to the second one. Okay, so what I'll do, wait, first I'll just off these stuff and I'll copy this tube over here. Now we'll go to second slide. By the way, I'll mention the file so you can use it. Okay, now I had downloaded these assets, I'll provide it to you for free, don't worry. You can check this file too as well on my description. Okay, now you can see the cups are ready but the coffee is missing. Fine, so our product is ready now. Again we need to add wait, let me delete this shitty camera, I hate this camera, man. Okay, so what next we have to do, we need to add textures. I got this texture from Unsplash, so we'll be using this one. Now head over to Blender, select this texture, we need to texture it out, so we'll just drag and drop this image over here. Okay, and plug this to albedo. Now we just need to work on UV projection and then we are done with this texture. Okay, so here your textures are ready and we are ready. Now you are done. Again just add a plane, shift A, add a plane, dude. Okay, so our properties are something like 1920 by 1080, so make it 1920. Second, horizon lock, open it. Third, we need to see the angle, what angle we made, and this was the angle, I guess. Yes, this is the angle, and this is how exactly I placed it. Maybe we need to tweak some. Yes, so we are done with this. Now the final part, the fun part is lighting. First of all, just click this, make it off. Okay, now open the render scene, and only a HDR is giving a nice light. So what we'll do, we'll just reduce the light towards 0.2, which will act as a fill light, and then we will add one more light, octane light, and we will just source it out. So this is the light, and you can see the shadows, and here the shadows are very uh, you can say it's very uncertain. So now we just reduce the size to 50, or about 200 will do. We don't need a very harsh shadow. Now we just need to reduce, first of all, close this opacity and reduce the power to somewhere about 30. We just need a certain light, we don't need much light, and we need to give this a black body emission. Black body emission to play with the Kelvin. So put this to emission and then make it about 40 and make this temperature about 5000. Okay, and one last thing, we just need to light up this part. Everything is looking cool, only this part is missing. So we'll reduce and rotate it to y-axis and then rotate to x-axis for smooth light effect. Now I know now it is affecting the glasses too. So first of all we'll make the light 20 or 40 will do. Second we'll change out the pass ID to 2, and then we'll select all these cups and everything and just untick 2. That's it. Okay, so here our second render is ready, and rest, as I mentioned you need to do some post production for getting these kind of results. Right now I'm not doing post production because I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, so if you want the post production too as well, comment down in the comments, so I'll definitely make it for you. So if you are still over here up till now and you like my videos, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and share it to the needy ones. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.